Good evening, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, Lat and Ashok, for inviting me to talk and say a few words about citizenship and Immigration Canada. So for sure you have some questions about the testing, about the hearings and the interviews. It's really important when people applying for the citizenship to put the correct information about the time they came to Canada, if they left the country and came back, to be correct. And sometimes if they come without passport, the citizenship officer will request extra documents from them to prove their residency in Canada. And you know, when people apply for citizenship, within the 4 years from the time they apply, they have to show that they have 1,095 days in Canada. That doesn't have to be in sequence. They could leave and come back, but within the 4 years, they have to have the 1,095 days. If people have less than 1,095 days, better to wait a little bit and apply, because if they miss any day, they will return it back to them. So it's really important to put the correct information. About the testing, as you notice, the language requirement now is higher than before. People have to have at least level 4 in ESL. Good knowledge of Canada. So let's say people will come, write their test, and they fail their test. They don't know until they receive letter to come and see the judge. In the letter, it's very clear that the judge will be asking questions to make sure that they have knowledge of the language, English or French, and to have good knowledge of Canada. So the knowledge of Canada is to review the book, Discover Canada. One good thing about the new book people will be tested with, it's on the website, it's a video, and people can see it and hear it again and again and again. So it's very easy for them to learn about Canada. I want to mention, when people receiving their citizenship, is because they earn it. They knew the language, they know the knowledge about Canada. And for sure, when I meet with people who receive citizenship from me or from other judges, I feel proud to see how many people became Canadian citizens. And I remind them in the interview that each one of us consider as ambassador for Canada, especially when we travel with Canadian passport. If we don't have good knowledge about our country, it's really embarrassing. And if we don't speak the language, that's embarrassing too. So the requirement, it's not very difficult. Only in Canada, when people be here for 3 years, they can apply, become Canadian citizen, equally 100% to Canadian born. So I think we have responsibility. We have right to become Canadian citizen, but we have responsibilities to fulfill our duties too. Always I'm proud to see people who receive citizenship from me. I'll give you an example. Last year, I gave citizenship to 9,333 citizens. So it's really something to make me proud, but in the same time, if I see them, sometimes they say, do you remember me? Becoming Canadian citizen, we have rights, but we have responsibilities. And always I remind them that we promise when we take the oath of citizenship to be loyal to the Queen, and what we are saying, that loyalty to Canada is above all other countries. And number 2, that we obey the laws of Canada, and this is very important in our countries. If I look back at any ceremonies I did, in each ceremony I have more than 25 different countries presented in the same room. So obeying the law is very important. And to fulfill our duties is very important. I remind them that voting is right and responsibility, to care for the heritage and environment, to help our community. We always can express our opinion, but in the same time we have to have respect of rights of freedom to other people. So it's very important to have that human relation with other citizens in our country. The 1-800 number is really good. The office here in Edmonton always available, so they can either go in person to ask to see citizenship officer or immigration officer, regardless if it's visa for student, visa for visitors, or some people are open and they're available. But they have to be patient because we have few people. It might be a little bit taking time and so on. So all of us, we have to be patient. It's very important when there's question about citizenship, and if they have concern about their application, either to check the website or to send fax to ask what happened to their application. Only I want to mention one thing, to prepare yourself when you go for hearing with a judge. Prepare yourself when you go to write your test. Take your time and improve your English, because in the community we have lots of programs funded by government free of charge, and you have in your community, Lat is always available to teach citizenship, and he's doing really good job. Thank you.
I would like to wish everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and the best for Edmonton and Canada. As they used to say, behind every successful man there is a woman. But in this case, it was behind every successful lady there is a man. I tried my best to help her, not as a judge, before, and I think it worked for her in the long run, and she proved that all my efforts did not go for nothing.
Always I say, whatever I achieve is because of his support and the family support. It's really important to remember we can't make it by ourselves. To respect each other and to feel that family is very important. And I give him credit. Now he's a good cook. When I come home, the food is ready, and it takes two to tango, and I'm glad that he's my partner.